Hello all, this is Ashwath Raj. In this video, I am going to be explaining the concept of include level of detail, otherwise called as include LOD. I had posted a blog earlier on the same topic, and I think a video on the same will also help you understand the concept better. I'm using the sample superstore dataset for the demonstration. To start off with, I'm going to build a chart or a view which is showing me the average sale per state. I'm converting the measures into average. Now we have what is the average sale per state. Okay, great. Now let's try understanding a concept. Person A has purchased 5 items worth 10 rupees. That is 5 items put together cost 10 rupees. Another person B, has made 3 purchases worth 20 rupees. That is all 3 products put together is 20. Now if I ask you what is the average sale of the customer, of each customer, what will you do? The total number of customers here are 2. And what is the total sales of each customer? It is 10, right? Plus 20. Therefore, if I ask you what is the average sale per customer or average sales over here, you will add 10 plus 20 divided by 3. That will give you the average sales. Note down here, there are multiple purchases in an order. That I'm not taking into account. That is, the person A might have bought 5 products worth each 2 rupees, which comes to the total 10. I'm not taking into the consideration the number of orders he made. I'm just taking into consideration what is the total sales made by that person. Let's go to a bigger example to understand it more. This is the sample superstore dataset. I have applied a filter for California state. If you look at the dataset, how it is structured is, every order that a customer has made, we have the corresponding record. That is, there are 3 orders over here made by this customer. Why there are 3 orders is, in the same order, he or she has purchased different products. Therefore, since we can't put different products into a single cell, the dataset is split into 3 records of the same order ID. Now I'll apply a filter for this particular customer. We can now see that even though the total number of records for this particular customer is only 8, but the number of orders he has made is only 2. There are only 2 unique orders made, whereas at the data structure level there are 8 records. Therefore, when the average is being made for this particular customer, it will be divided by 8, since there are 8 records at the data level. There are 8 records and the average comes to 273 for this particular customer. Now, if I ask you what is the average sale per order made by this customer, we have the custom name filter already over here, but I just want to know what is the average sale per order. So how many orders are there? There are only 2 orders per order. Therefore, what I'll do is, I would need only 2 records. I don't need 8 records over here. I'll just copy this particular order ID and put it over here. Now let's check what is the total sale of this particular order, which comes to 1679. So earlier it was split up into 3 records because 3 different products have been purchased. Now since we are focusing only on the, sorry, there is some small error. I'll put it over here. I'll rather put it over here. Now if I sum up these 3, I'm getting 1679 and I'll replace 1679. The total sale made by this order is 1679. So let's take the second order. The total sales comes to 505. Now you can see that from 8 records we have broken it down into only 2 records because we are doing the average sale per order, not for every record that a person has made. Therefore, now if I ask you what is the average sale, it comes to 1092. That is, we are just adding these 2 and dividing it by 2 because there are 2 records. I hope you have understood it till now. There are only 2 orders and I want the average sale per order ID. Per order ID means why would I need the split of each order? We have 3 orders, 3 different records for each order. I don't want that. In that case, what I do, I am just summing up the value of that particular order and then I am dividing it by the number of unique orders, and that is what we are getting over here. Let's apply this at a larger scale now. Same way, now I want the average sale per customer, like how we saw for the order ID. Same way, I want it for customer. What we usually do is we take the dimension of our interest and we add it to our view. Now when I want the average sale for each customer, I can take my customer name and put it on the row or column cells. But then you can see that the view gets distorted. I can't go and search for each particular customer how the map view looks like. Instead, I want this view to show me what is the average sale per customer, even though I have not added customer name into the view. That is a challenge over here. Like how we saw earlier for the order ID, same way, when we want the average sale per customer, what should happen in the back end is it should club up all the orders made by each customer into a single record. So if these 3 records represent sale value of, let's say, 1, 2 and 4, then these 3 should club together and show an output of 7. So that becomes a single record. So the total sales made by a particular customer is, by this particular customer, is 7. Currently, if you see, the average sales made over here happens for all the records. That is, it just takes the total sales and divides it by the number of records. It's 228 over here, 0.72, and here you can see it is 229 just because of the decimal place. It is taking so many records because the same customer has repeated number of records, even though it is of the same order. We don't want it like that. We want all the customer purchases made, irrespective of several transactions. I want all the transaction sale value to be clubbed into one single record, and I want person A has made total sale of this much, person B has made total sale of a particular value, and then I want to divide it. So let's say there are totally now 2002 records. So what will happen is it will take 2001 records. It will take the total sum value of this much and divide it by 2002. But once I consolidate the sale value for each customer, the total number of unique customers may go down to, let's say, 500, and let's say that the total sale value will be the same. Therefore, at that time, when we want the average sale per customer, this sum value will be divided by 500. Now let's try to get the same in Tableau. We tried putting the customer name into the view and it got distorted. So how do we compute it for each customer? What was the average sale per customer? Here comes the include level of detail. What include level of detail does is, I tell Tableau that you have state in your view. Therefore, when I tell compute average sale, you'll do it per state. Fine. But I want you to do the average sale computation for state and also per customer. That's why I'm telling include the customer name into the calculation, even though I have not added the customer name into the view. Usually in Tableau, what happens is whatever is present in the view, whatever dimensions are present in the view, for that the computation is made. But through include LOD, I can say that do the computation for the dimension mentioned in the expression also. Here I have mentioned customer name. Now I give OK. Now notice the value over here for the normal average sales is 229. Let me remove that and I am adding the include LOD, converting it into average. You can see the value is different. Earlier it was 229, now it is 224. Let's verify. Here I am building using the same dimensions. I am taking the state and let's focus only on California, because in earlier sheet we have taken only California. Now I'll place the customer name over here. Now notice in this view we have placed only state dimension. Here we are placing both state and customer name. Therefore, when I am doing any computation, it will be done at state level and also customer level. Now let me take the sale value and I want the total. So I'm giving add all subtotals, and at the end we can see the total sales. That is, we have sum of sales and it is adding up all the values. Since we are looking at average, I want it to be done for average. So we will change this into average now first, and we'll convert the total also to be done average over here, not as sum as earlier. You can see that we are getting the average sale value per customer is 224, and that is the same value what we get over here also. I am able to achieve the same output that I am getting over here, which contains both state and customer dimension, without having the customer name dimension in this particular view. That is what the include LOD does. The computation is done for customer name also along with state, which is present in the view, even though customer name is not present in the view. I hope you have been able to grasp the concept of include LOD. Please feel free to ping me anytime in case you have doubts. Thank you.